Advantage of playing or especially improvising in Dorian mode is that uh, whatever key you're in, when you're playing the Dorian scale or a variation on the Dorian scale, to play the major scale in Dorian, all you would do is go a tone lower. So we're in B. If I was to play the major scale in B, that'd just be playing B major scale over Dorian mode. That would not sound Dorian at all. But if I was to take the major scale, that exact same scale, and play it a tone lower, by relativity, it becomes Dorian. So, Dorian chord progression, the major scale will be compatible if you play it a tone lower than the key you're in. And a huge advantage you've got there is it's almost like you've got the Dorian scale box zone, and stacked right on top of that you've got the relative major scale. So it's kind of like an bigger box to do Dorian in, if you will. So it's kind of like you've got more space there to do the basics in. And you could spend like an entire jam or practice session using those two default zones, the Dorian scale and its relative major scale tone Dorian, a tone lower, and just experiment with some kind of triads and maybe make a whole tune out of it, maybe just dabble with it and see what you can come up with. For instance, let's just say we're in B. And it's relative major. It's like, what can we do with those notes? What triads or three-string arpeggios can we get from that to create like a basis to make an entire jam session or an entire improv with? We've got like, just take the kind of default hand shapes like we've got. So with the Dorian scale and a tone lower its relative major scale, just use the notes and dabble with three-string arpeggios or triads or whatever you want to call them, and just use that to help you really get the knack of Dorian. Haven't written these down. These are not written down like in relation to each other or in any specific key region on the neck or anything. It's just the three-string arpeggio or triad hand shapes I want you to pay attention to. And just to get you started, here's some three-string arpeggio hand shapes to get you started. And remember, the numbers are the numbers of your fingers, your index finger being number 1, your middle finger being number 2, and so on.